Mowry is coming to WeTV.
Who I've never dated.
You want me to kiss you?
I'm gonna be doing my own dating show.
When I was, dating this person, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved. And I was saying how I feel like that's no longer.
My ex-husband pulled up on me, found out where I lived, pulled up on me in a rented Phantom playing Sade, out the car, and pulled up in front of my house and just stood there until I realized he was outside the window because I wasn't answering his DM. Now that I like.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. And so I wanted to basically make a video talking about how women become impulsive and play themselves. Okay? And recently I did a video talking about Mena.
And that's where I gave him 2 babies. I'm like, so it was,
Back to back.
right back.
And in the comment section, there were so many people who were also drawing reference to the likes of Mowry. And it dawned on me that the two of these women have so much in common, though they come from very different backgrounds and though they have very different walks of life, and it just goes to show that certain women who are in certain spaces always tend to lean on or draw to the closest things in relation to one another. And what I mean by that is you have women who come out of relationships. They act like everything is all cool. They act like everything is good. They feel great about the situation. And later on, they end up being the ones who are crying. Right? So, even going further to the similarities of these two women, her name is Mowry. It's Mena. So it's Tia M, Erica M. Then Tia had a relationship with Corey. Erica had a relationship with Safari. So it's like Tia, Erica, Corey, Safari. It even goes down to that, right? And so it just dawned on me, as I said before, Tia, was happy about her divorce.
Marriage was a success. Yeah. I look at it as like a curriculum. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation.
Mena was also happy about her divorce.
Oh my God, I'm officially divorced! Yes!
Tia, as we can see, has been thirst trapping on Instagram.
Stay in your Tory lane. I'm not ignorant.
As well as Mena has also been thirst trapping on Instagram. Tia was throwing shade to her ex after the breakup.
Tia made a very interesting comment under this video, toxic partners who refuse to pay bills. And Tia not only liked this post, but she also put the side eye in the comments.
Mena is constantly on the internet throwing shade to her ex, Safari, for everything that he does.
I gotta sit back and watch my kids literally suffer already as it is because you're their daddy.
Both of these women are a grand example of what happens when women are too impulsive, or when women, for lack of better words, jump the gun in a relationship. Right? They go out, they have this reality between them that maybe they, graduated, or maybe that they've been, too patient, or whatever the case is. And then what happens is that they get to these spaces within their relationships, and somewhere in their mind tells them, oh, I could do better. Oh, I could do better by myself. I don't need you. I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm bound, because I know I can find somebody else who's going to take me exactly as I am, love on my imperfections, stay with me, stick with me, take care of these kids, and do better than, I have done in the relationship than I've done with you. A lot of women come up with that ideology. They run back to the streets thinking that the streets are going to be there, welcoming them with open arms, when unfortunately they are hit with the reality that that's not the truth.
You yearning for outside of honesty?
Oh my God, I just want somebody that I can just build with. I want someone I can be myself with.
As I said it a million times, they go outside thinking that the grass is going to be greener on the other side. Ain't no grass. Okay? It's gravel, stones, sticks, mulch.
Hard is it in the dating world now?
Oh my God.
What is it like out there for a single woman?
Shot of tequila?
It got worse. Yeah. But I feel like it's about to get worse. Oh! It got worse. It got worse.
That's what they realized. They thought that when they went out there to the streets that there's going to be better options, running down their door or flocking to them. And that's not always the truth.
So, what do you do for work? Do you like it? Do you like it?
There might be men who will be there who will lay with you. There might be men who will be there for a short period of time to sleep with you. But to be able to be invested in a long-fledged relationship, somebody who is going to sit there and stay with you, I'm not saying that it's impossible, especially because of their celebrity, but it is definitely going to be harder to find than the two of these women probably thought when they decided that they were going to leave their relationships.
I am officially stepping into the love connection realm. I'm going to be doing my own dating show.
Tia Mowry is coming to WeTV. Unfiltered.
And divorced.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Unscripted.
You know I've never dated. You want me to kiss you?
Another thing that a lot of women do not realize is that whenever you make the mistake of thinking that you can talk bad about your ex and that other men are not going to have a problem with it, men take note of how you treat the man before them. When men look and they see that your longest standing relationship with the man who provided you children, with the man who stayed with you, with a man who, was committed to you for the long term, when they see that you can go on the internet and bash them, criticize them, or make fun of them, they look at you sideways. They do. They take note of that. Again, which aids them in the ideology of, yes, I will lay with you. Yes, I will be intimate with you, but it does not mean that I will take you serious or wife you. That is a harsh truth. A very harsh truth.
I don't think I ever looked twice at Corey Harding. I'm going to keep it real with you. He always looked like Tia's husband. Not anymore.
When a lot of these women leave their relationships, they think that they have the upper hand, right? Especially, again, with the two of them have in common is that they both have garnered their own fan base or whatever it is based off of their TV appearances before that they were in relationships with these men.
Erica's a young, vibrant, ambitious model looking to transition from modeling to singing. Erica's been in more than 30 videos and she's done hundreds of photo shoots and campaigns.
So they go out there on social media and they have, women who are always, women supporting women who will back them, women who will tell them or, fan their flame and tell them how amazing they are and how perfect they are. They have all these women who are standing in accordance to whatever it is that they say and whatever move that they want to make. And so in my opinion, and this is all my opinion, it goes to their head and inflates their ego, again, diluting their ideology of the options that they really and truly have. And they end up being the ones who are crying in the end. We saw Tia Mowry. She was on this campaign. She was dancing on social media. She was talking about self-love is the best love. She was talking about how happy she was.
You know what it is? It's self-love.
I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm in my hoe phase right now. Happiness over everything. Where's your mind?
She was talking about all these things. And then the next thing we know, we saw her having a conversation of the inner work. And then she's crying on social media.
It may sound cliche, but time truly does have a way of soothing pain. Someday, I believe I'll be able to look back on this time with nothing but warmth and gratitude for the beautiful children brought into my life and a stronger version of myself that emerged from the experience.
We then saw the likes of Mena, who just did an interview that I just, had a long conversation about. And in the interview, she's talking about how, if things went differently, she would still be married. And then every time that she actually talks about the situation, she's the one who's in tears.
Gone to my ex-husband longer than anybody in my life ever. So when you say, do you think you waited around long enough? I was suffering in bed waiting for them to get it together.
Initially, when women walk away from situations, they feel so empowered. They feel so happy. They feel like they took their power back. They feel like, yes, now I'm going to be able to be happy. Now I'm going to be able to be the woman that I want to be. Now that this relationship is over, I'm going to feel fulfilled. I'm going to feel everything. Not realizing that the reason for the unhappiness was not necessarily related to your relationship. It was more of the work that was going on within you that needed to be done.
Get with people and they have these natural, these childhood traumas, and
we don't know what we're getting until we're with that person. And once your knee in deep and your heart is in there, and you don't think about nothing but trying to make your partner okay.
Yeah. There's a very, there's truth to the idea that, a lot of the happiness that you're looking for is on the inside of you. There's women who go through certain things. They go through certain things within their relationships or whatever the case is. And they think that the reason for their unhappiness is from their spouse, not realizing that maybe it's their idea of how their spouse is supposed to relate to them. Maybe their unhappiness is actually linked to their inability to control their temper or control their attitude.
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody has problems. Everybody has demons. It's just a matter if you're mature enough
Yeah,
to face
I don't. Well, whether I have problems or not, I don't come out aggressive. You're aggressive, and I don't like the aggressive side.
What? You don't like the aggressive side?
I don't like it.
Maybe their unhappiness is linked to their lack of self-love, but that had nothing to do with their relationship. It had to do with the idea that they had to put people before themselves and not take care of themselves, but their husband never asked them to do that.
Yeah, Mowry says dating is complicated, but she's not going back to something that no longer served me.
A lot of women look up to certain women, or they see certain women in the media, and because maybe they had a tumultuous situation, or maybe they're not their happiest in the state that they're in, they take these women as blueprints and wreck their whole relationships and wreck their families because they think that that is the only way to solve the hurt or the problem or the issues that they're having.
Honestly, I know you as being selfish all the time, so that's not how I know you as being selfish. But that's your assumption. That's not my intention. Yeah, that's not my assumption. That's your action.
Just because, what do they say? What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. Just because other people are making certain situations and they are making it seem as though it's so easy, or they're making it seem as though they're so happy and so relieved. This is a harsh truth that needs to be talked about. Because again, other people who looked up to Corey and Tia in their marriage and were so happy about their black love, and it gave them confidence to work through things within their marriage based off of the things that they literally have stated through certain interviews that they did.
You have to work hard, to stay married, and stay together, you know what I'm saying?
There are times when I'm like, wow, last year was pretty tough. Mm-hmm. But this year, it's good that we stuck, to it.
There are people who were also going through hard spaces in their marriages who were married maybe around the same amount of time as Tia and Corey. Maybe, they have certain similarities to their relationships as they did. And so now when that woman feels a certain way in her relationship, she's going to look back and say, oh, well, Tia left, so maybe I should leave too. Tia seemed happy, maybe I'll seem happier too.
DMs that I have gotten from so many women that are going through the same thing and just saying how they admire my courage and my strength.
They see the facade of the happiness, and I personally feel that a lot of these women should have come out and talked about the real pain that they feel. But because of the ego and because of, supplying the sisterhood with all these fantasy stories, they're not able to do that.
But, it was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night. Nobody see that. Yeah. Nobody see that.
Yeah. Erica Mena did the same thing. She comes out, she talks about how happy she is and how, everybody is fanning her flame and she don't got no problem and she don't got no this and she don't got no that. And then turns around and talks about, oh, if producers weren't involved in the situation, she would still be married.
And I will say this, had I not involved producers in my marriage, I probably would kind of still be married.
Initially, when relationships break up, it's the women who are, again, like I said, empowered in the beginning. They feel so good and strong and all this and high and mighty. And a lot of times the men are the ones who are hurt initially, because as much as women are the ones who push the issues of, I'm not going to be a girlfriend, you got to marry me, as much as women are the ones who walk into those steps of talking about they want that stability from relationships, women are also the ones who decide that they want to run, right? Erica Mena stated that she filed for divorce playing a game. Thinking, oh, well, I wanted him to know that he should fight for me. You filed for divorce. You already filed paperwork. What is he fighting for?
When I filed for divorce, I was trying to send the SOS. You're about to lose your whole family. And I was hoping it triggered what needed to be triggered to save us.
Right. After the men get over the hurt that they endure, after the reality that the relationship is actually over, when men gain the happiness, that's when actually the tables turn and the women are still out there trying to figure out where the good men at. We're the men that was supposed to come and save me. We're the men that was supposed to come and be in a relationship with me. We're the men who are supposed to replace this man and who are supposed to be better than he is. Where are they?
When I was, dating this person, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved. And I was saying how I feel like that's no longer.
Let's go back. My ex-husband pulled up on me, found out where I lived, pulled up on me in a rented Phantom playing Sade, like out the car, and pulled up in front of my house and just stood there until I realized he was outside the window because I wasn't answering his DM. Now that's the shit I like.
And the men are happy. One thing that I saw that was very common, that they had in common with Corey and Safari is that, both of them are not even shedding light on any of the toxicity of these situations.
The advice to keep it grounded and not lose yourself in a relationship.
Be still and keep God first and just be silent. And the noise disappears. You know what I'm saying? That's all I do. I be still and I think about the big picture and I keep the main thing, which is my children, God first, and my career and just move in peace and love.
Yeah, me and Waterhouse right now, Kingston, and yeah, we giving back. You see, every time I come out here, it's like, yeah, we put money in people's hands and things like that, but I want to do something bigger and better.
They are moving forward, focusing on their business, focusing on whatever it is that they got to focus on, and they are not even articulating or saying anything in regards to these women. They're letting them do whatever. They're letting them paint whatever narrative. They're letting them, talk about them, say whatever it is that they want to say about them. And they are not saying anything in return because they are focused on whatever it is that they're doing. And the reason why? Because both of those men are 100% removed from that situation. They're over it. When Corey recently became a heartthrob because of his new movie that he has out with Megan Good, all of a sudden, Tia goes on her social media on Instagram and start talking about how, a man who's broken, this and that, the same exact things that she was stating right after the relationship broke up about the two of them having some kind of issues. And she was under people's social media posts putting eyes to when a man is broke or whatever the case is.
Tia made a very interesting comment under this video that was reposted by the Neighborhood Talk. And in this video, this guy named Lee Hammock was talking about toxic partners who refuse to pay bills.
Likewise, when Erica has seen Safari on the scene with, a new girlfriend or dating another woman, she's constantly in comparison of herself to those women.
You see all the women he's been with, hasn't been able to redeem himself since.
Because she's genuinely not happy about the fact that he is able to move on when she's still unable to do so.
Started screwing everybody you could possibly think of and made it public.
This conversation is for regular women, right? Who see these people do these things, who see these certain situations. And the moral of the story is don't play yourself. Don't pay attention to the likes that you're receiving on Instagram from men, and that equates to you that you have all these options out there and that you could just leave him whenever you want to because somebody gonna come to replace him, and do better. Don't pay attention to the DMs that you get from exes or from potential people who want to be with you and who try to tell you that you don't need to be with that man because they're gonna put you in a different predicament. You don't need to pay attention to any of those things because those things are not set in stone, and that is not reality. Reality is going to hit you where you decide that you're going to leave this relationship with this person who is invested in you to go out there to shaky waters only to find out that those men was just playing. Only to find out that they just wanted to sleep with you. Only to find out that it was just about the chase because you were already in a situation or in a relationship and they are not really going to pick up the torch and take care of you and your children. Don't play yourself. Don't let your ego get in the way. Humble yourself. Fix it. There's going to be ebbs and flows in relationships. There's going to be ups and downs. Everything is not going to be perfect. Everything is not going to be all glitz and glamour or a Disney fairy tale. There's going to be things that you go through. Work through it. Elevate through it. Fix it. Don't be so quick to run for the hills thinking that you're going to find better. You might run to the hills and ain't nobody there. It's just you. Will you be okay with that? I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd like to know you guys' opinions on this entire conversation and the comparison. Do you see the similarities? Do you not see the similarities? I'd like to know everything about that in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.